Good morning, children of class 9. Today IHS is going to teach you economics, and now with some recorded video I will try to teach it. And let's start the lesson. In the last video we have discussed about that yes, there are factors of production which are needed to produce some goods or services in this country. And now let's recapitulate first that yes, there are first requirement is land. First requirement is land. Second requirement is labor. Third requirement is physical capital. And physical capital is divided into two parts. One is called fixed capital and another is called working capital. As you can see, fixed capital comprises of tools, machines, building, those assets which are basically used by company or business to regularly use to produce the goods which they want to sell. And in case of working capital, as the word says, here's the capital which is needed to run that. For example, raw materials and money in hand. For example, if you take an example of our school bus is a fixed capital, and the working capital in that bus are driver's salary and diesel and tires. And now come to this factors of production. So every production is organized by, surely every production needs a combination of land, labor, physical capital and human capital, which are known as factors of production. Now come to this farming in Palampur. As we all know, land is fixed. Farming is the main production activity, which you have known by this time. 75% of the people in Palampur are dependent on farming for their livelihood. But the farming land is fixed, not only in Palampur, in every corner of this world. But remember that there is a basic constraint in raising farm production. So the land area under cultivation is practically fixed. Now, just see this. Is there a way one can grow more from the same land? Okay, first you come to this, how to. There is a concept of wasteland in the village. Wastelands are those lands which are basically not used for any of the purposes, but they are surely with our population increasing. So what we need to do, our needs arising, we need more varieties of foods. So ultimately what happens, we need to bring those wasteland under the purview of agriculture. And now in this they have given you the standard unit of measuring land, that is basically hectare. And as the land area becomes less smaller in size, it can be measured in terms of bigha, ginta, etc. 1 hectare equals to 100 into 100 square meters. Okay, now is there any one way where one can grow more from the same land? Surely everyone wants more productivity. Even you guys want, yes, we should study less and get more marks. In the same way, yes, is there any way one can grow more from the same land? So yes, that's the need. Just for example, you must have already read about that Kharif and Rabi crops. Kharif crops and Rabi crops. And the rain crops which are basically grown by farmers during the rainy season comes under this Kharif, and these plants and in the same way when we come to this winter season, Rabi crops, basically the crops which are grown between October and December, like wheat, potato. Normally these are the seasons under which these crops grow, but with our population increasing, we need to produce more out of the same land. But to do that, what we basically need to do, yes, with some proper irrigation facilities, electric run tube wells, with the help of electric run tube wells, farmers can irrigate much area of land. And to grow more than one crop on a piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. Multiple cropping means, as the word says, multiple, to produce multiple products or more than one products from the same piece of land. This is known as multiple cropping. But surely, if we want multiple cropping or more crops from the same piece of land, we need to give land more resources as an input, then only our output will go up. And nowadays, and with now come to this paragraph. Now come to this one. Table is provided over there, cultivated area over the years. As you can see, from 1950-51 to 2014-15, cultivated area in million hectares has gone up. In 1950-51 it was only 129 millions, and with 2014-15 crop cultivated area in million hectares has gone up to 155. So it means yes, more land is needed to produce the crops. And how farmers are doing it? One way method is multiple cropping. Second method is with the yield. And yes, there is one more concept, that is yield. Yield is measured as a crop produced on a given piece of land during a single season. Now, with the green revolution in late 1960s, high yielding varieties seeds were introduced. Compared to traditional seeds, the HYV seeds, they gave greater amount of grains on a single plant. As a result, same piece of land would now produce far more larger quantities of food grains. So this way we can increase the yield of a land in terms of crop, or even with the help of chemical fertilizers. And now, as you can see in the picture 1.4, modern farming, farmers can increase the productivity of land in terms of crops by using modern farming methods, which includes HYV seeds, high yielding variety seeds, farm machinery, diesel, pesticides, fertilizers, and irrigation, electrical irrigation, or with advanced technology of irrigation like making of canals, pump sets, electricity, dams. Okay, so children, for today only this much, and with this I would like to conclude my class. Thank you.